and economical impact on India. Before going through the subject, I want to explain the geographical structure of the South China Sea. South China Sea is the part of Pacific Ocean which occupies near about 35 lakh square kilometers. It starts from Strait of Malacca to Strait of Taiwan. South China Sea is the world's third largest shipping way. Near about one-third of the total trade is transported through South China Sea. South China Sea is not only famous for its third largest shipping way, it is also famous for its great reservoir of oil and gas, which can be used to fulfill the future requirement of energy. The countries around the South China Sea. You can see every country around the South China Sea: China, Taiwan, Vietnam, Brunei, Malaysia, and many more countries. These are the countries. Then economical relation of India with Asian countries. Here I mention ASEAN, not ASIAN. ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Near about 10 countries are the members of this association. Then Look East policy. What is Look East policy? In the year 1962, after the war between India and China, both the countries tried to be economically developed, and at the same time, China was too developed in economically than India, and China tried to export its product to overseas countries. In the year 1991, at the time of P.V. Narasimha Rao, he thought that we have to do something more to increase our export rate, and came forward and took a policy which is commonly known as Look East policy. Then Act East policy. What is Act East policy? Act East policy is nothing, just a reform of Look East policy. After the general election in 2014, the PM Modi thought that we speak more and do very less, and he reformed the name Look East policy to Act East policy to do something more for Asian countries and our export system also. Then AIFTA. AIFTA stands for Asian India Free Trade Area. AIFTA was signed between India and Asian countries in the year 2003, and final agreement was signed in the year 2009 and came on effect 1st January 2010. And it was believed that near about 72 billion US dollar was exported from India to Asian countries till 2012 due to AIFTA agreement. These are the some goods which are exported from India to Asian countries: tea, minerals, technology, and anti-missile technology also. Recently, India signed an agreement with Vietnam to export anti-missile technology BrahMos. This is the simple table which represents the total export and import of the India and Asian countries from the year 2000 to 2013. You can see, if the total export of the India was 100% in the year 2000, then 6.28% was exported from India to Asian countries. And at the same time, if the total import of the Asian countries was 100%, then 0.73% was imported only from India. This is the same thing in value. In the year 2000, the total export of the India was 42.35 billion US dollar, and at the same time, the total import of the Asian countries was 365.35 billion US dollar, and at the same time, 2.66 billion US dollar was exported from India to Asian countries. This is the thing in graph. In the year 2013, if the total export of the India was 100%, then 12.45% was exported to Asian countries, and at the same time, if the total import of the Asian countries was 100%, then 4.5% was imported from India only. If everything is alright, then what are the threats to Indian economic system? It may be South China Sea dispute. Then the question arises: what is South China Sea dispute? If I am not in my home, you will come to my home and say, this is my home. What will happen? I will quarrel with you, I will fight with you, otherwise I will go through law. Same thing is happened with China over the South China Sea. In the year 1947, China came with a map which is commonly known as 9 dash line. At the same time, no other countries opposed China. Why? China was not the great competitor of USA. China was not the great competitor of France. China was not the great competitor of England. But nowadays, in the year 2013, Philippines came with an issue to United Nations Tribunal against the China over the South China issue and South China Sea issue. And in the year 2016, July, United Nations Tribunal rejected the claim of China over the South China Sea, and the South China Sea dispute occurred. What does China want? As we have already discussed previously, South China Sea is the great reservoir of oil and gas, and China has the largest population in world. China can use these reservoirs for its future requirement to fulfill the future requirement of energy. And secondly, in Asia, India and China now tries to be global power and tries to be economical develop, and China wants to dominate India, and China wants to dominate other Asian countries also. Thirdly, South China Sea is the third largest shipping way, and China wants to dominate over the third largest shipping way also. Then the countries have involved in this issue. After the United Nations Tribunal rule against China, this is not now the regional issue. This is now the world issue. Many more countries like USA, France, Japan, India, England are directly involved in this issue. This is the 9 dash line. It represents the total area occupied by China over the South China Sea. Then the economical impact on India. If China will occupy or China will dominate over the South China Sea, then how it will impact our economical system? High oil prices. India is now the world's third oil importer. Near about every day, India imports 4 million barrels from other countries, and near about 70% of the oil is imported through South China Sea. If this import system attracts the taxes of Asia, taxes of China, then our oil price may be high. Then export rate. India is a trading country. Near about 90% of the goods are exported or imported through seas only. And if South China Sea dispute will occur, then our export rate also decrease. If our export rate also decrease, then our Make in India project will go downward direction. And we have good relation with Asian countries, Japan and Australia. But we have to more dependable upon China to make relationship with these countries. Then losing the opportunity of searching oil and gas. Recently, India signed an agreement with Vietnam to search the oil and gas from South China Sea. But after the South China dispute, we may lose the opportunity to search the oil and gas which was signed between India and Vietnam recently. Then what next? What we will hope from our government? What we will hope from other countries? Making a good relation with China, make a strategic plan for China and other Asian countries, collect the diplomatic support from other countries, give more emphasis on look east policy or act east policy also. This is a vast subject. We can say what will happen next. You can search everything from YouTube, Wikipedia, RBI sites and BBC News also. Finally, thank you Biswajit and thank you to all.
All right, good comments.